super dense, but looks really open. Yeah, no, it's very layered. There's a lot of open. There's a lot of open space because like the reason why I was very. I go to sleep listening. Fine, there's nothing wrong with that. Whatever you end up doing while I'm streaming is entirely on you. Yeah, the environments are very open. The environments are very open while also having a lot of different things that you can do. Like there's a lot of different ways to solve the various problems. Like I've mostly been I can't say I did already since your streams coincide with my sleep time during work nights. It's super chill and relaxing. I can't say anything because I was literally because just before this I was trying to record no, I did record for another Alchemist note. Which if you don't know are just like little videos that I put up on YouTube. Like and subscribe. It still gets hard to say that every single time. But like I was listening to it back to make sure that there was no like to make sure that the audio was like fine and stuff. And I can't tell if it was either I can't tell if it was the caffeine crash or what, because I did have 2 cups today. But like no, I did kind of fall asleep while listening to my own video. Which sucks because it means that I now need to go back and listen to it again because I need to make sure that the audio is balanced correctly.
Hey, get out of here.
So like I can't say anything. She'll figure it out, I guess. So like after this stream I'm probably gonna have to open up my DaVinci and check again to make sure that that audio is like actually balanced. Plus I know like a couple of other people have been like sleeping to my streams. I've been sleeping to my streams as well, so like no, I'm not like mad or anything about it. Like if it helps then it helps. So the thank you, I guess, is my way of saying that. That is an ugly burger. Oh that's right, I need to talk to Seraph. That is not my apartment, it's one more up. Who left absinthe by my door? Oh, this changes depending on... This'll probably change depending on if I actually had like good info or not. Very soothing and nice voice, thank you. I still have a hard time kind of seeing, I guess, the... Yeah, I have to read that, but it's also so hard. Can you tell that I'm bad at taking compliments? Got a soothing voice, yeah, and you're really well spoken too, so it can be interesting to hear you discuss certain topics. Thank you. Uh, and I have a slightly, very slight, um, hard time, um, accepting or receiving compliments, because it still takes me a bit to kind of get the, I never noticed this, to, it's, why am I like this? It still takes me a while to kind of see the appeal in my own voice sometimes, which you would think that, like, oh yeah, a voice actor would know their vocal strengths, um, but I somehow still don't. So it still takes me a bit to kind of get the appeal, I guess. But thank you, because I know at least one other person who said that my voice really also helped them fall asleep after like some really stressful days. So it does mean a lot to me to hear that other people also do find it soothing and relaxing to listen to while I prattle on about inane topics and play silly little video games. I think that's understandable. I know, especially for creatives, that giving themselves the due credit can be a toughie. It can. Like, again, like, you're always your own worst critic, because as a video that I really like kind of eloquently put, it's like embroidery, where the front looks all neat and like you see like all the finished parts of it, but the backside is really messy, like where all the different knots and where just like the mess of the wires go. This is gonna sound stupid, but as an analogy, like I can think of it like a computer. Like when you're kind of like building your own computer, there's a bunch of wires that you have to tie up so that it like looks all neat, especially if you're trying to make like a see-through desktop, like with like pretty lights and stuff. Like it takes a lot of work to make it look all pretty and nice, but then the person who makes it, the person who's on the other side, they see all the messy wires and how that stuff comes together. Part of that's why I actually really liked when I used to do, or at least when I can do background acting on like various different shows and stuff, because you don't see a lot of the mess. You don't see a lot of the different stage lights. You don't see a lot of the long pauses in between shots, because like, oh, a camera needs a different type of lens, or we need to wait for a cloud to pass, or somebody didn't read the traffic signs and meant that there's like some type of car that's there that shouldn't be, or somebody walked in front of the camera. Like you get to see all the small little messes and the little imperfections that the entire show, both people like on set, like when that scene is being shot, and the people who are editing, kind of cut around. So you're like, man, that was So like at the end of the day, you're like, man, that shoot sucked. That was such a long day. We kept waiting in between shots. We were constantly just like standing up there waiting for things to happen. We were constantly waiting like on 1 to 2 people, or like I'm not like sometimes like it would take the actors like a couple times to get like the line just right according to the way that the director wanted it. But then when it happens, it all comes together. Like there's a very specific feeling when like you get a really good shot, like when a scene kind of goes like perfectly, like because you at least for like the background actors, it's hard not to get like a little excited where like, oh, it went incredibly well, or like, oh, the actor really put a spin on like the line that they kept doing in like a really interesting way. Like it's a lot of those small things that just when you get it, it feels really good. But then you're also constantly keeping in mind all the things that don't go so well. And like, because yeah, you're the one who's making it, you're always going to be thinking about and always experiencing those things that go wrong. But the final product's not going to have that, or at least hopefully the final product will have as little of that as possible. So like when you're kind of there actually putting on the show for everybody, then it feels kind of like a miracle. When things just kind of all come together. Which is to say, to actually round it back into something coherent, yeah, being a creative is messy, being a performer is messy, being a Twitch streamer is like being a performer and a creative at the same time. And it's all really messy, but that's what performance art kind of is. Like there's always the chance of it being messy, but then that chance for a mess, and seeing how you either turn that into something real, it turns in like, I hate being like cheesy like this, but like no, it turns into like a little bit of magic. Like some Twitch streamers go for like clip farming and stuff, and like essentially that's the same thing as like going for a shot in a in like a show or a movie. Like you're setting something up with the hope of a payoff. You know what you want to do, you know how you want it to happen, and you just kind of have to hope that you get there or make it work. Like how I was messing up the intro like 3 different times. Completely unintentional, but like sometimes things like that happen, and how you roll with it is what ends up making for a really good moment. It also helps when I can kind of just ramble like that for like 20 minutes.
What's going on? Didn't expect to hear from this.
Which also makes it good for
find dormant augs hidden in my system. What? Dormant
clips.
experimental augs.